So we have the Einea armors, and you're wondering, which one should I get? Because they got this one and this one and this one, and then they just dropped this one and this one. And you're like, wow, what should I do? There's so many Einea armors. Wow. Of course, you've probably already seen like 20 different videos on this. So, but you have never seen one that's coming at you the way I come at you, right? So anyways, we have the original Einea. We have the Einea VO. We have the Einea Vita. And we have the newly released variants of the Eineas, okay, that came with the LTQ. Now, pretty much I'm just going to make this real smooth, real sweet. If you're already reforming from the Einea, the regular ones, if you have some nice fixes on those, use those. Plain and simple, they're all 5.5% potency. There's nothing to worry about. Sure, you have variations on your PP and your HP on those. You, of course, always want some PP because PP is great. That sounds really weird coming out like that, doesn't it? But anyways, photon points are great. And you always want that. But is it worth it? Well, it just depends on what you have. Because 5.5% potency across the board is what it is. So if you already have your normal Eineas, there's no reason to worry about any of these new ones. There's no real reason. It's just a hassle. If you already have a good fixer, then just stick with the good fixer that you already have. Period. It's that simple. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it overcomplicate you. And remember that the normal Eineas are across all classes. So keep that in mind too. Whereas the Sheza, the Belta, the Arga are for 2 classes and then it won't work on a 3rd class. So keep that in mind for full expansion building like a Roblox set or like a Rubik's Cube. Not that you don't build Rubik's Cubes, so I'm not really sure where I'm going with that. But you get what I'm saying, okay? So just don't worry about it, okay? They're all good. So build what you get for the fixes, pretty much. Like, you're good. Einea, of course, is the most easy to get that you got from Ragor Gorge. That's the original one. You can find the VO and the Vitas there as well, which you can also find the VO and Vitas within Quest. The most recently released variants you can find in the LTQs, but they're all 5.5 potency, dude. We're not going to make this complicated. They're all 5.5 potency. So at the end of the day, they're all 5.5 potency. So whatever works for you, whichever one you're able to get a high fix on and have the best path to upgrading it. So maybe have the best path of obtaining more fodder material on that. If it's not already a very high fixer, then just do that. Don't overthink it. Just do that. They're all 5.5. You're fine. It's unless you're doing the variants, the Octa, the Sheza, the Belta, make sure that you're getting one that specifically suits the classes that you're playing. If you're doing a Belta, make sure those are for range and for tech. So that's not going to do you any good if you're playing a range. If you're playing a melee class, if you're playing fighter, those aren't going to do you any good. And it works like that with the other ones too. So make sure if you're going down that route, because technically speaking, they do have the best substats and they have the best PP on them. So if you're going down that route, just be cautious of that, but do not overly stress about it because they're all 5.5% potency across. Okay. Hopefully this helped. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Mwah. Spike content.